welcome back to Charles GFL News. I'm your host Charles, and this is where we bring all the latest news from the AFL to your screens. Okay, up on today, Essendon great Michael Long is urging the AFL to consider Northern Territory for one of the hubs that shape as the key to breathing life into the AFL season. A 12-month ban. Former Sun accepts doping suspension after testing positive during 2019 season of illegal substance. Eddie Betts footage of his first goal in 2005. And finally, the good part of the lockdown, how many teams and many players such as Eddie Betts get to recover from injuries. Let's take a look. You may know him, you may not. Well, if you don't, his name's Eddie Betts. He's one of Carlton's greatest players. Well, how did this come to be? Well, it all started with this one first goal. Let's take a look at that goal.
They need something special. Can Eddie deliver? Have a look at that for the first goal of your career. What a beauty! Eddie played the cards and came up trumps.
Well, Dennis Pagan told me on radio recently that Eddie Betts has got something special, that he can do things that some players can't do and won't be able to do.
Okay, up next, Essendon great Michael Long is urging the AFL to consider Northern Territory for one of the hubs that shape as the key to breathing life into the season. Essendon great Michael Long is urging the AFL to seriously consider the Northern Territory for one of the hubs that shape as the key to breathing life into the season. Long's comments follow AFL Chief Executive Glenn McLaughlin contacting NT Chief Minister Michael Gunner last week about the possibility of up to 10 clubs basing themselves in Darwin for approximately 8 weeks. Hub in the Sun. McLaughlin's proposal was for up to 600 people comprising players, staff and possibly even family members in certain cases would stay at Olympic-style villages in and around Darwin. League Chief is set to announce on May 11 how and when the season will resume. Darwin's TIO Stadium would be the main playing venue in the Territory hub, but it's believed Alice Springs Tregear Park, which also hosts an AFL match a year, could be used as well. Gardens Oval, which is located close to Darwin CBD, would be only used as a training venue. We'd love to be part of the hub idea, and we've got the lowest cases anywhere in Australia, Michael Long told the AFL. It would be a great opportunity for us to showcase the Territory. We're all a bit isolated from everyone else, but it's a good opportunity to stimulate our economy up here, which has had its challenges even before the virus. Don't leave us out of this discussion and debate, because this is the safest place to be. And once all the bans come off in, say, Melbourne and Sydney, then you can flow into those states, Michael Long also said. 19 hubs are the hottest topic in football, with AFL General Manager of Clubs and Broadcasting Travis Auld conceding last week likely the only way to resume games. Every team in one city plans for hubs ramp up. AFL-NT Chief Executive Stuart Totham puts hubs on the agenda at the start of April, when he pitched Darwin as an ideal location to house up to 6 teams for training and playing purposes. Top-end solution. Could Darwin games help solve the AFL's fixturing headache? There's been little debate about the merits of an NT hub since, with seemingly every other location across Australia being championed, including Queensland, firming as the front runner. Despite the Territory having comfortably the least virus cases in the country, with only 28, almost a quarter of the next lowest, the ACT, including only 5 active cases and no recorded community transmission. Gunner even announced on Monday that selected parks and reserves, excluding Uluru and Kakadu, would reopen under strict conditions on Friday. Triple Premiership coach Mick Malthouse is one high-profile identity advocating the Northern Territory. Collingwood president Eddie Maguire played down the NT's hopes in early April, saying even in Alice Springs or Darwin, we have to be very careful of the Indigenous population, particularly in the remote areas of Australia, so they may not get the spot. However, Long, who lives in the top end, was less concerned about the potential issue. Most of the remote communities are shut down, Long said. It would be more Darwin-based than anything if we had the games here. We'll be instructed by the government anyway, when those bans are lifted for remote people coming into the town or having access to communities. Gold Coast and Melbourne have specific arrangements to play home games in the Northern Territory and would almost certainly be part of any Darwin hub. The Suns, Demons, Essendon, Hawthorn, Geelong and Collingwood have next generation academy zones in the Northern Territory, while St Kilda and Adelaide were scheduled to play there this year. Up next, former Sun tests positive for illegal substance. Let's see what happens to him. 12-month ban. Former Sun accepts doping suspension after testing positive to illegal substance. Former Gold Coast ruckman Brady Crossley has accepted a 12-month anti-doping suspension, having tested positive to a banned substance midway through the 2019 season. Crossley, 20, returned positive ASADA test for an illegal substance that is banned in the AFL, following his participation in a near-fall match in May 2019. He was immediately made to serve a provisional suspension. And a substance that is banned from the AFL is viewed as a performance enhancing when detected by in-season ASADA testing. So Crossley was later delisted by the Suns before nominating for last year's NAB AFL draft, where he was unable to earn a second chance on the AFL list. He was ineligible to return to sport until 28th of June 2020 as a result of his suspension, but is now permitted to returning to training. In a statement released on Tuesday, the AFL said, in imposing the 12-month sanction, the AFL accepted that Mr. Crossley's anti-doping rule violation was not intentional and that Mr. Crossley bore no significant fault or negligence within the meaning of that term under the code. A graduate of Gold Coast Academy system, Crossley, an 198 centimetre, 101 kilogram ruckman, was recruited to the club with pick number 52 in the 2017 NAB AFL draft. He played 10 senior matches in his maiden season with Gold Coast, but didn't feature for the Suns in 2019, before being delisted at the end of the campaign. As you know, it's hard times. We're all in lockdown and there's currently no AFL. But there is still always the good side. Well, here is the good side. For Carlton, as you know, a few months ago, Eddie Betts got injured in the pre-season Marsh Community Series. But since the AFL has put the lockdown, he has got time to recover. Like many other athletes in like the Australian Olympics or the Australian Paralympics, Eddie Betts also got to recover. That's a few months ago, in the pre-season of AFL 2020, the Marsh Community Series, Eddie Betts got a really serious injury, and it was released to the press that he would miss about 3 to 4 rounds. Well, thanks to the lockdown, he's going way better. Yeah, that's not only Eddie Betts. All the other players that got injured and couldn't play the first few rounds, they're all fine. Well, a few months ago, Eddie Betts was looking really bad. Now he's looking really good. That's because of the lockdown. There is always a good side to this lockdown, and the good side is that for Carlton, well, the good side for Carlton is Eddie Betts will probably be fully recovered by the time AFL will resume, and Carlton will probably be good. Be really good. That's what I think. They'll be really good, yes. So yeah, that's the good part. That's a really good advantage for Carlton. Hello everyone, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for all the latest videos. Chelsea out. Bye.